Just getting back on the trail, 5 or 10 minutes back. After yesterday, my big day to date, 22.1 miles. I'm pretty happy with that. In my trek through that beaver dam portion of the trail, when I finished that, my feet were a mess. And I was thinking to press on a little bit more from what I had planned, and that would put me out on PA 72, which I think is also 443, and it was about 2.5 miles away from a Days Inn and a Fairfield Inn and a Comfort Inn, and the Days Inn was the closest, and so it looked like they gave a pretty big, I'm just looking at this sign right there, a little bit of a safety zone message, no shooting, and don't bug the animals, Pennsylvania Game Commission. But anyway, I decided, hey, looked like they'd give hikers a pretty good deal according to Gut Hook at Days Inn, so I went there. And the first challenge was getting a ride, but I stuck my thumb out, and like the second car that went by picked me up, nice lady. She's, whoa, a little slick out here, it's raining. She's widowed from a guy who was a Marine, and then he was with the Guard for 15 or 20 years. She had her youngest son in the van with her. He was a 17-year-old youngster. She has 4 kids, and just a nice lady. Regrettably, her husband got killed in a vehicle accident. I think it was a work-related thing in 2005, so it's been quite a while. So, or maybe somewhere around there. No, she picked me up, was great, and she dropped me right at the Days Inn. Days Inn was right next to a Wendy's, Burger King, a couple of gas stations and all that. So I went over to the gas station, no beer because they were in a dry county, but it was right next to a KOA, Campground of America, and they sold beer. So I don't know what the deal was, but maybe the KOA got an exemption of sort. I'm walking across a little bridge here, as you can see, which is nice because it's probably all messy and muddy underneath here. But anyway, I grabbed a couple of 25-ounce cans of Bud and went to Wendy's and got the biggie meal, which was like $5, and a big burger, some chicken nuggets, and some French fries and a drink. So it was a good deal. But Days Inn was very nice. Had a good breakfast this morning. And okay, got some mud to negotiate here. So let's see. I can get through without slipping and sliding too much. And had a good breakfast. Saw Jack, guy, thru-hiker I bumped into the other day from Birmingham, Alabama, and a couple of 3 young guys who just got on the trail, flip-flopping. They just got on Harpers Ferry after they finished school, so it was good to see them. And with me and Jack was sitting next to this lady from, her husband's from Hershey, PA, which is very close to where we're at. Very dark here. And she's originally from Michigan, and we were just chit-chatting and all that, and very nice, energetic lady. I said, hey, how old are you? And she says, I'm 85. And I said, holy guacamole. I mean, she looked great, and she got a couple of new knees, so she says she's good to go. All right, this is gonna be fun. Let me turn the camera around and show you what I gotta do here. So I gotta get across this body of water. and I can always walk through the water, or I can try my luck with this log, which I'm going to try to do. Make sure I'm on the trail, going in the right direction before I do this. Actually, it was pretty easy. I just jumped on the big log for a little bit and then hopped down on the gravel, so I guess I made more out of this than I had to. And the trail goes this way, and there's a blaze, so I'm off. But anyway, that's kind of how the morning went. So far, so good.
Hi there.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, when I was going underneath that bridge, I just saw Name Tag and Froggy, the dad and daughter team that I met yesterday, which is pretty cool. He's 72 and 443, and I think I'm going to be going under I-81 here shortly. But one thing I forgot to mention yesterday, I'll just keep you walking on the trail with me. I met a guy at the shelter I spent the night before last at, and his name was Yet to Be, 67 years old, lots of hiking, doing the AT, and I think he's probably hopping off trail in Lebanon. He's got family there, and just crossing the road here. There's a blaze. There's cars I'm getting out of the way on, and yeah, we had a nice chat, and he was giving me some information about a dark sky weather app that I've heard about, did some research on as well, and he showed it to me yesterday morning before I got going. Here's a little bit about state parks. Can't camp here, I knew that. And then a whole bunch of rules and regulations. But we're in Swatara State Park. Actually, I've been here ever since we hopped on. No camping, so we'll walk through this area. Open hunting and rules about hunting. I didn't think we're in hunting season yet, but anyway. So, Yet to Be was giving me information about this dark sky app. So last night in the hotel, I plunked down the $3.99 for it, and it seems pretty accurate. He says it's the best weather app he had found, and before I bought it, I watched a couple YouTube videos about it. But it's pretty good, provided you have service. I mean, it gives you hour by hour, lets you know kind of exactly when the rain is coming. And today I took a look at it before I went back to airplane mode. We're gonna have rain kind of for a chunk of the day, but such is life. So I'm gonna see how many miles I can push today with a little bit of a late start coming out of the hotel. And Hamburg was 37 miles from where I hopped on, and I'm gonna zero because this is 11 straight days of hiking, and I could use a zero. Here's a big old iron bridge we're gonna go across, and there's a sign for Lickdale food and phone 2.3. That's where I came from, and the AT goes this way, and this is another warning about the invasive species, spotted lanternfly. Report, destroy, and share. Didn't say much about the bridge. Maybe I'll find something here. It's pretty cool though. You know this is an old bridge. And this is the Swatara River. And I know they've had some flooding problems here like last year, but we'll see what we get when I go across this. And I think that's I-81 that we're hearing. I missed information about the bridge. Pretty interesting. I ain't going down there though. This looks like a mine. Here's more Roxylvania. And today it's raining a bit. So It's more of a challenge getting through these rocks when you're trying to find at least a flat one to step on. This is like the first view of the day because it's been raining. Not too shabby, even though it's super overcast. Fisher overlook commemorating Bob Fisher 50 years service to the Mountain Eagle Climbing Club. This might be the best. This is the 501 shelter. This is the shelter of the caretaker's house. This was a great place. A bunch of hikers in there last night. There's tenting spots and hammocking spots and all that. And pizza delivery. And the inside of the shelter is quite nice with a
So I want to go to Cologne and Berlin and Hamburg.
nice overhead there.
That's exactly the point. I guess I would see if I would start either in the north or in the south. And then
This is kind of a look at the trail today. Small rocks, but they're jagged. As you can see, the rocks are starting to grow in size. And this is going to be the day, I suspect. This would normally be a nice viewpoint, but as you can see, we got some goo. And we hear some claps of thunder coming in. Somebody marked the 1200 point for us, so there we go. Sure enough, went by 1200 and fell on my ass for fall number 12. So I'm doing 1 per 100 miles. It's kind of interesting here what they're doing. Don't know what exactly it is, but looks like they're trying to do something with these beds. Trail's a bit wet. We've had 2 pretty good downpours. One was about 9:17 and the other one was about 10:15. 10:15 was the super soaker. So obviously I am soaked like everybody else is out here. And there's some muddy spots, and so they're even deeper at this point. But I'm just slogging through it. This piece here, it's not worth trying to walk around it. Just came across this historical marker. 1755 site of Fort Dietrich Snyder, a lookout post to warn of the approach of Indians in the French and Indian War. All right. Finally got a view today. We've had a couple of downpours and then we had some rain just a little while ago, but it stopped. And there's some rocks. Now I'm getting back on the trail. I just came down from where that sign is over there. And across the tracks is a railroad station here. And this is Port Clinton. I guess I gotta go up here and cross another set of tracks. And now I'm going across the Schuylkill River over this bridge. The water's very brown because of all the rain we got. Right, just came across the bridge there and now I'm walking through the little town of Clinton. Port Clinton. Trump supporters there. American flags out.